Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together.
Are we ready to go? Here we are, yeah. Yeah, let's get it going, mate.
This is Sparta!
Go! We're in Rochdale, Manchester now. We've got Chris Wilkinson against Ant Rogers. I think they were on about stabbing each other. They'd had a fallout while they were abroad and big beef between them two for years, but they're going to settle it today in the pit, shake hands and have a pint.
Get into the pit, the consequence is you're going to get knocked out or you get injured. Skin on skin, isn't it? Bare knuckle on cheekbones. They don't know any boundaries. Some of them just go in like windmills at dawn. Where you've got professionals that go in, tuck in, and go for the ribs. And when they go down, they go for the face. So the professionals know what they're doing. Unfortunately, the newer lads who think glove boxing is easy to jump into a bare knuckle ring. It's not. Broken cheekbones, dislocated jaws, noses split, buckled, broken. This young guy put his chin up for show. That's where his jaw used to be, and that's where it's not. That's one of the consequences of not putting your guard up. Brain injury. Every fighter's heading for the head. Sometimes body, but the head. And that's what I see, head trauma, all the time.
Get your distance, step back, step the elbow.
He's done. Let's do it for you winning of this deep fight. This is Wilkinson.
Well done, mate, back man.
No fighting in the street. We've come here, sorted out like man, there's my hand, there's my heart, all the past street.
Thank you, Kristen, for making this shit happen, because if it wasn't for him, it would have been a street fight too. Thank you, Kristen, and all the people that set this up. Nothing but respect.
Well,
now I'm going to get drunk, mate.
Bye, so
appreciate it.
Like, bye,
appreciate it. Later, mate.
Cheers.
My name's Naomi, they call me the Lioness. I do merchandise for Spartan. All the money raised goes back into the community. The reason why I set up the business to start with is because of my brother. So my brother's lifed off on a murder charge. And he got lifed off at 17. It was the first crime he ever committed, but he stabbed someone. At the time, there were loads of like community centres shutting down in Huddersfield. I think if the community centres was open and there was something like this, that wouldn't have happened. This changes people. It's changed alcoholic. It's changed people that abuse drugs. It's changed people that are violent, you know. I genuinely believe if Spartan didn't exist 100%, they would be dead or in jail.
Blue, 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 blue. Shows your wings. Shows your wings. Shows your wings. Go on. My name's Stormy Norman the Doorman, and I run the doors all around here. My ancestors were travellers. It's a traveller world, really, like, you know what I mean? You've got some natural bare-knuckle fighters, some street fighters, you know what I mean? You know, back in the Roman days, back in the medieval days, like some genes in your blood. Adam, the last 3 fights, he just destroyed his opponents. They're bred, like Matt Legg was born for boxing. And now he's training Adam up, like, and I don't think Adam could have got a better trainer in the world, like.
What he's done, his head movement's good, he slips punches, he very rarely gets hit. Even in sparring with me, I can very rarely catch him cleanly. But yeah, I just think he's got everything it takes to win this title fight.
I can't turn it down, can I, you know? Spartan world title fight. We're not worried about any injuries, no.
Because you are going to get injured in that unless you land straight away and take them out, because it is that close quarters and that brutal. You're going to get jaw broke, cut, broken fingers.
Yeah.
But you just got to go in and you just think you're going to be the one doing the damage. Their power against your power, and you land cleanly, you'll get a clean knockout.
That's why I don't think it'll go further than a round or two, because, like I say, to beat me, they're going to have to knock me out.
How you doing, Adam? It's Christian. How you doing?
Yeah, how's things going?
Everything's going good in the preparations and that. I am trimming the fight card down. You're now the main event. You've got an ex-heavyweight boxer from the army. Well, we figured you're beating everyone up, man. You know, I'm not getting value for money. You're knocking them out in 30 seconds. So, see you on fight day, champ. Take it easy.
Right, cheers, Chris. Thank you.
Ta-ra, mate. Bye-bye. Adam Laws, he's very inexperienced. He's very late to the fight game. But to be took under the wing by the governor, Norman Buckland, and took under your wing by Matt, you can't discount that. Every person that's stood in front of him up to now has been like a rabbit between the headlights.
European Spartan Wars heavyweight title holder, Adam Laws!
Tam, man.
Yes, boss.
Your fight's definitely on. I'll probably make it a British featherweight eliminator.
I'll be coming 100%, so best be ready.
I've got a soft spot for Scott, the Tam man. He's fought some good fights for us over the years. He has had his problems with drugs and other stuff, and I'm glad he's getting the recognition he deserves.
This is melanin. So you inject it into your subcutaneous stomach fat. Tanning injections. It's a lifestyle now. It's a real thing, tanorexia is a real thing. But I like the look of a tan. I think I look better with a tan, personally. Oh, my brother. It's going to be something about tickets.
I'm going to have to get Saturday on this, kid.
You son of a
I
bitch.
can't get enough.
Do you know what? Ticket sales is the most stressful thing. 2 days away? Oh, I'm not going to be able to come. That's 3 tickets that I've had hold of. Whatever. It would be nice to make a few quid, but I just do it for love. It's nice getting punched in the face. When I'm in that pit and I'm trading blows, I've never felt more alive. The fighting has been my lifestyle. I tried to retire, it lasted 9 days, and then I went to the last Spartan show and I was like, yeah, man, that's where the pit is where it's at. The pit is where it's at. There ain't no feeling like it, and I've tried every drug on the market. Coming from where I've come from to this is a nice feeling. I can cook, clean, bake, iron, wash, sew, domestic god. Yeah, my life's busy, but if I slowed down, I the devil, I just fear the devil will make work for my idle thumbs. You'll always find a reason to use. Like, I did used to sit at traffic lights and beg for my drug money. You're not getting a tan in this. It's shocking today. We're nearly there. Heroin and crack cocaine ruled my life for 15 years. It was just kind of an escapism. I never knew my real dad. That kind of always niggled at me, and then I was never comfortable in my own skin. That used to be my spot over there, that island there. Users used to fight over that spot. Think of all the things that I've done, and I kind of get mad with myself. I'd rob, I wouldn't care who. Been through prison. I tried numerous times to get clean. If you want Class A's in Bradford, this is the road you come to. pretty much every time the light hit red, you get a quid. 2 hours to get what you need, 20 quid, and then you just go off, score, pop into some bush or something around here, just have a fix, and then back to it. You get to a point where it's like, do I give up or do I keep fighting? You know, I needed to find a new way to live. The fight being the goal synchronises and works for me. I fought for a British title from the man that used to sit at the traffic lights on Leeds Road in Bradford. Come a long way since here. And I never forget where I came from. The whole point of this is to, you know, is to show a message that it doesn't matter how down you are in life, if you're still waking up, you're still breathing, you're not out, you can turn it around. Everybody wants to know what we're doing. You know, I used to sit at these lights here begging, bro. I were on header with me 14 years. Bad. British champion now, boss. You too.
We don't pay well enough at the moment. Anybody that tells you they're coming into the sport to get rich, point them my way and I can have a really good laugh at them. You know, I'm not looking to become a multi-billionaire. I'm not looking at anything like that. It'd be nice to make a living off it. I haven't so far. I figured at the moment I'm around about 40,000 down over a 7 or 8 year period. It's a passion, you know, and we're not putting world-class athletes on a major stage. We're helping real people off the street with real problems, real addiction. Mental illness's biggest problem is people feel alone. In this fight club, they're never alone. They can always ring any one of us at any time.
I think I probably am the oldest fighter in Spartan, and I will be 57 in 3 weeks. I know I only look about 40, but I am really nearly 57. Hopefully I'll carry on till I'm 60 with this at least. When I'm out in van, it just calms my brain right down. Everything calms down. Takes it out of rat race, takes it out of normality. Sorry. No one where I just pulled in front of. So Spartans are not a big hobby. Van is life. Oh. Lovely bit of sunshine. Everything's relaxing. Everything's cool about it. Can't believe there's nobody here. Look at it. I'm very glad I found this little spot. Little skylight. Curtains. Little disco lights. They attract women. They like magic. Bit of disco light, magic. Sun's come back out. See? Sophistication. Look at this, you can't beat it. Can't beat it, that's it, sun. Oh, I missed out on years of this. Yep, years of it. I was fucked for 25 years on drugs and alcohol, which caused divorce, losing my kids, losing my house, losing my self-respect, losing my business, losing everything, so ending up living in my car and just wanting to die daily, wanting to die. I used to look in the mirror and fucking hate myself, like, fuck, and I wanted to strangle myself. I wanted to get fucking punched because I hated myself, I thought I deserved it. Totally don't drink now. Right, wish I'd have took my kids camping. Bit disappointing, but it is what it is. That's it. Fucking hell, if you look at it now, in that big bad world, there's a lot of mental health happening. There's a lot of people committing suicide. I've tried it a couple of times. It was a cry for help. So I wrote suicide note and all that stuff, and it didn't work. God was looking after me. That's all I can think about it. That there were another plan for me somewhere along the line. Maybe Spartans that.
Call him Phil Hammond, the fighting traffic warden. The oldest swinger in town. That's how we describe Phil. Phil gets fucking wellied every show. I think he's had 10 or 11 fights, won one, been knocked out 10 times. So the correct medical term for that's a fucking psychopath. But he's one of the biggest heroes at this club by a mile. Yes! Come on, Phil.
Okay.
Well, listen, I'm just ringing to confirm you're definitely going to be fighting.
Yep.
The next time I call you, it will be with Fight News, okay?
Yep, mate. Oh, my dad.
Ciao, mate. Bye-bye. Bye.
I suppose it's like self-harming, isn't it? Do you know, like, you cut yourself to self-harm, don't you, to release that pressure? And that's what I think a lot of these lads do, and I don't say that in a bad way about them. You know, lads don't know other ways to do it, do they? Emotional pain, to me, is so much worse than physical pain. I know that I've had my ears bit off, been stabbed, you know, everything. But that emotional pain, that burns from within inside and it eats away at you, and that's what it does with some of them lads. And you might get one or two who have, you know, had drug problems and they get out and they kind of consistently try to better their life, but they're always going to get knocked back because of the criminal record or because of this or because of that. They don't have much support. Time to shine, son. Hammer. So, 5 nice slow ones, but powerful. That's it. 5 like that, yeah? Each side. That's it, bro. Yeah.
Bare knuckle. It's like a therapy. A lot of people are trying to combat their mental health issues, and there's a lot of stigma around mental health, especially with men. They don't like to talk about it. This is, you know, they consider it as a weakness. We lost a lad just recently, one I had the pleasure to share the pit with.
Nathan Aldous took his own life. He's a very good friend of mine, Nathan. I was talking to Nathan right up until it, you know, and I thought I got through to him and he said he was going to be okay. And it really knocked me, you know, and still does, I'm sorry.
I remember Nathan burst onto the scene last year, and I remember seeing that knockout. That knockout was savage.
When Nathan knocked out John Commody, first person in the ring was 80.
Nath, very, very close friend. I cornered him in every fight. I would ask Nathan.
How does it feel when we lose a fighter? I know that it affects the other lads really badly.
Christian didn't want me to fight the last show because it was Nathan's funeral the day before.
Come on, let's hear it for him, eh?
And Nathan's mum came to watch me and his missus, so if I wouldn't have done it, I would have let them down as well.
That was in memory of Nathan Aldous. In my opinion, one of the best pit fighters I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Half featherweight world champion Nathan Aldous. He had his problems, like everybody who's with us. Sadly lost his battle with mental illness. So we honoured him today, yeah. We've done the show here for him today, so we hope we've done him proud, man.
I was nearly crying before I walked in, that's why it took me a while. Literally buried one of my best friends the day before the fight. I definitely want myself, and I lost.
Gady made a mistake covering up. He shouldn't have been doing that at the very beginning of round one. The guy hasn't been rallying with you, so his power's not going to drop. The peekaboo style on the bails and that. It's not a mistake, it's just a mistake of who and when you do it with. John was at max power, and John punished him like he got punished by Nathan Aldous, God rest him. So he's landed on both cheekbones, smashed both his eyes shut. It was a mistake. Ady's lost his British title, John's got it now. John's no fool, man. So it'll be a very interesting fight, this return fight, because there's a lot on this.
If John Carmody beats him this time, then John Carmody is somewhat special.
I've got no excuses whatsoever for this one. So if he beats me, he's beat me fair and square.
The mood's not good in camp. You know, we're losing fighters now. Yeah, it's going to be touch and go, man, I'm telling you. I can tell you with losing the two we've lost in the last 2 weeks. Greg Marshall recently stabbed to death. Tommy Gilbrave took his own life. Rest in peace. The fighters' heads for the show are not good, but me personally. But you know, I really can't do this much longer, and it's a dangerous game, and you know, all these lads fought for us, but it's not the ones you save that you remember, it's the ones you lose.
Just double checking in with the news and everything now.
Yeah.
Take things. I know how your head's gonna be. Keep your head up, keep focused. You're still here.
Yeah.
You know, you've got a purpose to be here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, appreciate that, bro.
Take that opportunity, keep your head focused.
100% when you get in that pit this time, no messing about. Get in there and give a good account of yourself, mate, and show them why you're number one.
100%, brother. Keep your head up, just know I love you, man.
Yeah, top man, love you too, bro. Last month, we've lost 3 top fighters from Spartan. For all young lads just like me, I had the full life ahead of them. Me and Nath were closest friends and others, but I fought Greg and Tommy. Rest in peace, my friend. I will hold our many chats close to my heart. My thoughts are with you, Greg Marshall, and Michelle Marshall. Look, he's only just recently been married, and all family until we meet again.
Oh, it's so sad.
And then I've put this up for you. Picture of me and him from our fight. Yeah, I just put, can't believe I'm writing. Oh, I can't.
It's a bit upsetting, isn't it?
Yeah,
there we go. There we go. Sorry. That young lad, I had to go in the kitchen. 'Cause, like I said, 3 of them. As soon as he showed me, I said, I won't be a minute. Because I got so emotional, I thought, another one, what is going on with people? They must be going through a hell and back to do something like that.
Sorry, boys.
It's all right, don't worry.
Gonna get upset, love. Good friends of yours. Yeah?
But yeah, I'll do it for him anyway. I'll make him proud.
Give me that back. Make me cry now.
This fight means more to me than when I won my first ever title. For Greg, Tommy and Nath.
I really expect this to be a war. Neither of them boys will look the same when they come out.
If
If you enjoyed this, you'll be glad to know that in 2025, we're getting back to our roots with a new set of classic Vice documentaries and the return of Vice magazine. With our newly launched membership, you can watch the latest films by Vice before anyone else and get 4 print issues every year delivered to your door. The money we raise will go straight back into making more great stuff for our members. Our first new film is airing now and sees Vice host Zach Shucklin go in search of the infamous Route 36, the world's only known cocaine bar, hiding high somewhere in the Bolivian mountains. Zach learns about the rich history of coca in the region, asks the Yatiri healer to divine his fortune, and meets a local dealer selling $2 wraps of coke, before finding out whether Route 36 really is the drug tourism destination of travellers' dreams. Find out everything you need to know by heading to vice.com/membership.